where was I? Pull. Okay, so you put, yes, knowing what side. So when you're switching side to side, if you don't ever switch side to side, he's gonna know that, or I would know that, and I go in a totally different angle and come at you at a totally different angle, because that's gonna be a blind side for you. So when you switch, if I'm gonna switch from my right hand to my left hand on top, I'm gonna hold to the top, slide down, okay? And the reason why I hold to the top is because it's faster for me to use this hand to pop it up and grab it. See what I'm saying? If I try to slide down at the bottom, it's harder to control that weight and that length. So grab on top, okay? And slide. Okay, it's easier that way. Does that sound okay? All right, so now we're going to go ahead and do some, show you the footwork, and the footwork is really simple. If you've done any martial arts, most of you guys will probably know the X-pattern, right? The X-pattern is just what it is. Got an X right there in front of you, okay? Right here in front of me. You're in the middle of that X, okay? You're either going to be stepping on a V, okay? Or you're going to step on an A. Okay, and that's all we're going to be doing. So, you're standing in the middle of the X. Everybody just put your pole arm right here in front of you. If you step out to the left, and then step back to the middle. Step up to the right, 45-degree angle, step back to the middle. Step backwards left, come back to the middle. Step backwards right, come back to the middle. So those are all the legs of the X. Okay, and depending on the technique that you're using, you're gonna want to stay in that formation on that X. Where I'm moving this way, I'm gonna move back this way, or I need to go further. So it's not just gonna be a step, but you're gonna push out. Okay, push out. Same thing. Okay. Let's do that. So I'm gonna call out, stand in the middle, and I'll call out right and left. Forward, okay, forward right, back, forward left, back, back left, and back, back right, and back. Okay, so when you're stepping, what you don't want to do is out of line on center, unless you're slipping a shot. But mostly you want to stay on center. Here, right? Now, if he's throwing a shot, boom, I'm gonna move, but I still stepped in that angle, okay? Same thing if I'm going backwards. He throws going backwards and leaning away from the shot. Okay, any questions on that? Okay, so we expand on that X. We got this, backwards, but we also pivot on the tips of the X. Okay, step, pivot. Okay, step, pivot. Step and pivot. So those are some of the evasive movements that we would take action on, either if we're trying to get a better angle on a shot or moving away from a shot. Does that make any sense? Where you step, pivot on that gets you out of the way. Sometimes we call that swinging the gate. Okay? You come in here and you open that gate. Either he passes or it puts you in a better position for your strikes or angle of attack. Like in our group, we do angles of attack with our longsword, 1 through 11s. And what that does is it allows us to remember those angles, and we get a chance to sit down and practice. We hit all those angles. It's really important because you need to be comfortable with those strikes. You need to know where all those are so that when you're fighting, it automatically comes out. You're not trying to throw that angle of attack or decide on it at that moment. You should be able to see the target and it should come out. That's the whole idea. Okay? So We'll go right lead. I'm sorry, right-handed. So the blade is going to be on your right side. And we're going to do, we're going to be stepping forward, either right or left, okay? So there's 12 strikes. The first one is going to be going to the guy's head diagonally. Stepping forward right. Come back. Now you're going to cross over to the left to his head diagonally. Now, you got to picture this, okay? Try to keep this picture in your head of the target that you got in front of you. Now you're going to go back. Number 3 is horizontally to the body. Come back, cross it over, horizontal to the body. Number 5, come back, go downward to the leg. Other side, downward to the leg. Okay, so that's 1 through 6 there. It's the first half. Let's do that again. Ready? 1, come back, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, make sure you're stepping with your strikes. Remember, when you got a target, you got to try to hit at that target. Right? Okay? Picture the target in your head. One more time. 1. Again, wait. 1, make sure you're going at an angle. Try not to make that too horizontal because we're not allowed. Right? Can't have those shots to the neck. Go at an angle. All right, let's go through the number 1 through 6 and then we'll expand from there on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here's what 7 does. Switch his hand. Comes over here and then you're going to do a backhand strike. Okay? Then it switches hand. You go to the other side, backhand strike. Okay, that's 8. Now 9, switch hand again. Huh?
One more time on the switch hand.
Okay, so here we are. I just got done doing 6 right here. I'm going to bring it up, switch hands, and I'm going to pass and then strike. Okay? That pass is really, it's a parry. If he's coming on this side with this strike, I'm passing and then I'm striking. Okay? Does that make sense? So I'm not blocking this one. I'm not blocking it. I'm parrying and then I'm coming backwards. So the number 7 and 8. Number 7 and 8. So you switch. You're down here in 6. You bring your hand up. Switch hands. As you move to your right, parry, backhand to the head or to the body, but it's a backhand strike, okay? And then you switch hands from there. Switch hands, go to your left, parry, backhand on that side. Okay.
How are you moving your feet when you go from 6 to 7?
Okay, so I'm right here on 6, right? I just got done throwing it right there on the leg. I'm going to take my backhand, switch hands. I'm going to step back, parry, and then backhand. You see what I did? So I come from here, I step back, and then I'm actually almost facing away from him, but I'm not really. When you look at me and Andy here, he throws that shot. I'm moving it on that side, so I'm here. Go ahead and come back up. I'm here right here. I just threw this shot. You're coming from the other side. He's coming from the other side on this one. Okay, so he's up there. He's getting ready to throw this shot. I'm here. Okay. Let's do it again. Real slow. One step at a time. Go to a 6. Downward. Okay. Raise the pole arm up. Switch hands. Bring the right hand down at the bottom as you step, parry, and then back. Okay, do that again.
Once I saw the application, I was like, go for my right. Mid. Mid.
Down, low. The other.
Low.
Yeah.
Just taking it from here.
Yeah, yeah. So you took. Sorry.
From here right now.
You're not crossing. Shouldn't be. You're on. I'm sorry. You're 1. Shouldn't be 6. That was my mistake. Should be on the 5. Okay, you're on the 6 right here, right? Now you're going to take your hand up on the top, the bottom hand. You're going to switch. Okay, and now you're going to go ahead and strike, and then strike backwards. Okay. Here. Yeah. So I take this, strike, and backwards. See? You're okay? Okay.
It's gonna look fancy if you
So you're down in here. Here's your 6 right here. And you're gonna pull that up and then strike backwards. Okay. So on that number 5, you're twisted. You're gonna bring that back around and parry. Okay. You should be crossover strike on a 5. Yep. Switch hands. Now, you switch hands, you need to be moving that weapon already on the switched hand. So you're right here. Okay. You're trying to catch a weapon that's already coming to you. You see what I mean? Okay. So then when we do the other side, so let's do that real quick. Let's go through 1 through 6 again and do the switch overs. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, downward, 6, switch, and strike. Okay, now from this strike, you're going to switch again, go to the other side, and strike.
I think the confusing thing is like 7 and 8 are technically like 2 movements as you're.
It is. So the reason why we do 7 and 8 is because you're also practicing your switching hands, and you're also practicing a parry at the same time. So these 1 through 12s isn't just the angles of attack. There are also skill work involved in the 1 through 12. So if you can be comfortable doing the 1 through 12s, you're going to be just fine being able to throw these strikes at any given time. Okay? Because let me show you the rest. So we go from number 6 here. Okay? I'm going to come over, parry and strike. I'm going to switch over, parry and strike. Then I'm going to switch again, go upward, okay? Then I'm going to go ahead and do an over the top. Then I'm going to come in and go to the butt. That's number 12, okay? So that's all of them. So those are all the strikes you basically need to ever give somebody a hard time out there. But you got to be comfortable with them. You really got to be comfortable with them. And I know some of these, like from 7 on, are a little bit more difficult. But I'm telling you, once you get a handle on switching hands and moving your body with that pole, you're going to be just fine. So watch again. Here's my 6. I'm going to switch over, parry, strike, switch over, parry, strike, switch over, upper, over the top, and then the butt. Okay? Now the butt is sliding because sometimes we're not close enough, and he may have his hand out forward, his half trying to push me away here. I'm going to move, push it.
Doesn't that count as a thrusting action?
Butts are allowed. Butt strikes are allowed. Just like with your long sword.
As long as you have a pommel.
As long as you got a pommel. Okay. Now it is a question though. Did somebody mention that we can't do an upward strike? To
Target the armpit.
the armpit.
So you can come across the ribs.
You can, yeah. Okay.
Doesn't sound like one of the strikes that they use for bit. As long as you don't hit it bad.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it again. Go through 1 through 6. This is going to be probably the hardest part of this whole goddamn thing is these strikes. So let's do it again. 1 through 6. There you go. 1, 2, 3. Other side, 4, horizontal. 5, downward. 6, downward. 7, switch hands. Parry and strike backwards. Other side, switch hands. Parry, strike back. Okay, now, when you get up here on this strike, you've already struck backwards. Now you're going to go ahead and switch hands again, move forward, and come on up with that upward strike. And then switch again, go with the upward strike. Okay, let's do that again from there. Go. Let's do it from 6, right here in this crossovers. Okay, right here, switch, parry, strike. Switch, parry and strike. Switch, upward. Switch, upward. Okay? Is anybody lost? You're lost. Keep doing it.
From 6 going to 7.
Okay, 6 is right here. Okay, what you're going to do, you're going to take the bottom hand, replace it with the top, parry, and strike backwards. Now you're going to replace again, go to the other side, parry, and then strike backwards. Okay? So when you're parrying, if he's coming with this strike towards my head on my right side, he's coming, go ahead, come this way, he's going to come that way. So what we're doing is we're taking our weapon and then coming back in here. Yeah, so your transition between your 6 and your 7, bottom hand drops, and you're going to go to your right, parry and then strike. And there we go. Now, from here, you're going to do that switch again. Bottom goes to the top, go to the other side, parry and strike. So you go 1, 2, horizontal 3, horizontal 4, downward 5, downward 6, switch, parry, strike, switch, parry, strike, switch, upward, and then you're going to drop this point and go straight down, vertical, and then you're going to come up and pommel. Okay? Now this can be a slide, or this can, depending on where he is, how far he is away from you. Huh? Huh? You're not allowed to pull cue, then don't do it. So you're here then, wherever you are. If he's far away, here's what I do. See what I did? So that's the difference between this and this. Okay? So if you're not allowed to pull cue, in other words, you're not allowed to slide it on your hand, what I did instead is got leverage. Okay? Are we all right with that? All right, let me see. Let me see it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, switch 7, switch 8, 9, 10, over the top 11, and pommel. Okay? Are we still lost? I know 6 and 7 is a kick ass, but you'll get it. You'll get it. We just got to do it a lot. All right? So we'll go back to it. We'll go back to, so those are your offensive strikes, 1 through 12s. I don't know if there's any other schools. If there are, they'll probably do it in a different way. Myers, you guys familiar with Myers Square, Myers Hallberg techniques? That's not what we're doing. There's some similarities, but we're not fighting with big, heavy weapons. If you're doing this for dueling, and even in melees, I myself personally, I don't pick a heavy weapon because I want to be able to move. I want to be able to take the business end of this thing and put it where I want to put it as fast as I can. Okay? So, especially if you guys are duelers, you want to be able to strike, strike, strike. And if you got a heavy weapon, you're going to do that for about 30 seconds. And then you're going to be out. Because dueling is so explosive and so fast that you're going to want to pick lighter glaives, partisans, those kind of blades. Okay, spears, anything that has a bladed weapon, basically. Okay, naginata, pudao, guandao, those are all good weapons, but choose the lighter ones if you're going to duel, because you want to be moving. You want to be getting away from those strikes, and you want to be throwing those strikes. Okay, you don't want to get out there and just throw one strike and wait for them to come in. You want to get out there and throw 3, 5 shot combinations. Okay, and that's why knowing these angles of attack is really important, because you don't want to think about your combinations. You want to be able to watch his weapon. Forget the target. Watch his weapon. And when you see an opening while you're taking care of his weapon, your blade is going to go to that. If Andy and I are throwing at each other and he's throwing strikes, look what I'm looking at right there. I'm not even worried about this. I've already taken care of this. Oh, and I'm coming back. So you got to keep an eye on the weapon. If he throws a strike, he's going to throw another one. He's going to throw another one. Okay, so you got to keep an eye on his weapon. Don't worry about your combinations. Your combinations are something that should not be set in stone. Your combination should be something that's different every time you practice it. Because if you don't make it different every time you practice it, you're creating a pattern. A pattern that I will watch if I'm fighting you. Does that make sense? Okay, so don't create patterns with combinations. We'll do combinations today, but I don't want you to set those in stone. Create your own combinations, but do a lot of them. Don't just do, oh, I got 6, 12 different combinations. You should have 25, 50 of them. Okay, because I don't ever want a guy backing away and he goes to do something else different. Look, this is that number 7. Boom, boom, boom. So you just got to watch the guy's weapon. That is the key thing to doing this stuff, guys. Is even if you're a sword and shield guy, if you're a sword and shield guy and you've got your sword here, you're not worried about his shield or him. You strike, watch his weapon, boom, watch his weapon, watch his weapon. You're trying to block. The whole idea of dueling is counting points, right? If you're blocking more than he is, and you're striking more than he is, guess what? You're going to win it, right? Don't wait. Don't wait for that chance for him to get inside of you. Block. It's all about blocking and counter, and that's what we're going to do next. Okay, so blocking. We block with either a high point, okay, point up. A lot of times we'll block. He comes in on my right side. I'm sorry, this side, my right side. Sometimes we can do what they call a dead block. Throw the shot. This is stopping it on its path. It's just a stopping it, dead block, right? Those are the hard shots to block. And they're dangerous too, because you can get your hand just really messed up. But sometimes we have to do it. We gotta keep that shot from coming in. Okay, so those are dead blocks. He comes in on this side. This is a dead block right here. I'm just stopping it right on its track. Okay, those are usually anything on top of the head, you're gonna be pointing up on this block. He comes in, boom, he comes over the other side. These are usually the blocks. Okay, the lower shots coming in from the bottom, that's a point down, okay? It's a point down block. The other side, you can do the same thing, and I'm just here, okay? Now, you don't wanna stay there. As soon as he throws a shot, right there, I'm already working my way to coming in for that. It's a block and counter. He throws to the head, I block, I'm countering, okay? He throws to the to the leg, I block, I'm countering. See how I'm moving out of the way? He's gotta find another angle. So I'm not just standing here, blocking, and then countering. I'm basically a standing target. You always wanna move, and that's why my footwork, he comes in for that. I'm going in, and I'm, boom. He keeps moving, boom. So I'm constantly moving my feet, pivoting. Don't stay, it's like a boxer, guys. Boxers don't just stand there in front of each other. They're still moving while throwing the hooks. Boom, boom, okay? You gotta do the same thing with polearm. Okay, so that's point up, okay? Either you don't block here, block there, and it usually covers pretty much of your body. Okay, now if you're holding it at the bottom like we were, it's mostly from the waist up that you're blocking right here. Okay, sometimes it'll be at an angle, sometimes it's straight up and down. Okay, now a point down or a drop point block is when you're dropping it down. Okay, dropping it down, and it could be either side, this side or this side. Okay, so if there was a strike coming on this side, instead of me going on a dead block, I take it and go parry. Okay, so I'm coming in. Footwork, you're not going to do that unless you have good footwork. When he's coming in on that shot, boom, look where I'm at, right behind him, right to his side. He's got to rearrange his stance in order to re-engage me, right? So you got to move. Does that make sense? Okay, so that's a parry. Parry is when you see the strike and you're gonna connect to it, but you're just gonna glance off of it. Okay? It's the same as a glancing blow. He throws a strike towards my head, I glance it. Look what it's doing to my weapon when I glance it. Throw it, it's helping me get around. So you're using the guy's energy, right, to help you counter strike. He throws that, again, he throws that coming in here. No, go ahead and throw it nice and heavy. He throws it, right. See how it already moves me to the side. Throws it again, watch. He throws, boom, right there. So you're allowing him to help you throw that strike faster, okay, by letting him glance right off of your haft, okay? Those are glancing blows and parries, pretty similar. Okay. Now the other thing, the last thing on defense is just evasion. Evade, it's like slipping and bobbing. He throws that coming up to the head, I see it, boom. I'm just gonna move to the side. Some of you guys have probably seen me do that because I'm not out here. He throws that shot, I'm in here. He's not in a very good position right now. I can either strike him or strike him because I'm in a lot better position than he is. Now you can't do evasions unless you get that footwork thing. You gotta be comfortable on your feet, right? So let's go ahead, partner up, pair up. Anybody, grab somebody and practice those positions on the
side block. Like you're already inside the box to do a tap and back away.
Be as close as you can. The shortest distance for you to counter is what you want. Now the drop, and again, those drop point blocks if he's coming in. Now here's this, I was just telling Brandon, here's the difference from the shots to the top of the head. If he's coming over the top of the head, look, let's go this way. Hit that hole there. He's going to come in and throw this number one. I can either block it right here, or come on in, or I can glance it. Okay, glance it right here. So the difference is, you do a drop point block. What's that? You're going to do that side. I'm going to come in and throw to his right side, and he's going to either drop that right there. That's basically a dead block. But I'm going to the head, so you got to go high. You got to go high on this block. If I'm coming right here, there you go. Okay, so that is a glance. If he just sits there, this is a dead blow. Then I won't come back because he helped me bring it back. That's the difference between a dead block and a glancing block.
With a glance, it seems like if you just kind of push it away,
yeah,
force them into committing to the full arc
yeah,
of the motion.
yeah, and you want to, and I were you, I'd go back one more hand down and one more hand down.
Okay.
And then you can block with this.
A lot better.
Yeah, a lot better. You're not blocking up here, you're blocking down in here or here. Okay, so that when I throw this shot over to your head, you're going to raise. That's a dead block. Now, if he brings his point towards the back, there, that would be glancing. But let me come to you. Let me come to you on this shot. Oh, let me come to you, because I will see that. If you move too fast, I'm going to back out and hit you somewhere different. Let me commit to it. You commit to the strike. You glance right there. Bring it up. You got to bring it up to the head. I'm going to your head. Okay, so now, here's the difference. You throw that shot, same shot to me. Other side, this side, like we were saying. Okay, so you throw that shot, go right there to the head. Throw that shot. So here, I gotta bring this thing up. Go ahead and do it again. I gotta bring this thing up. That's a dead block. And he's coming in. That's a glancing block. See what it does? It put my weapon en route to him, taking his energy. Do it again. Again. Boom. I'm moving out and striking him at the same time, because he helped me bring that weapon to him. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah, I'm just got a lock.
you're letting them follow up on their momentum, but you're also stepping through the attack.
That's right. If I strike this way, I want to step forward with this hand because I want to clear the path.
Yeah.
I don't want to go this way and have a chance of hitting my own damn leg, right? So I want to clear the path. Clear the path. Clear the path. See, that's what we're doing. We're doing the same thing with that, okay? What he was asking is, if I go here, can I just go step back? Yes, you can, because you're clearing the path.
That's what I'm used to, is
Yeah,
just rolling into
yeah.
the movement.
You can do
That
that.
was one of the things I was thinking about in the 12 movements, both in longsword and polearm,
Yeah.
is I can't tell, just not paying enough attention or practicing
Yeah.
long at home. Like for your 1 and 2, I can't tell if you're stepping in, our dominant hand matches
Yeah.
dominant leg
Right.
to clear the path.
Right.
motion. But when you reset, are you coming back to neutral or are you pivoting?
You can do either. You can do either. You guys, we've done our 1 through 11s, and you guys understand the path clearing. Whether you're coming back, you're clearing that path. Whether you come in this way and stepping back, you're still clearing that path.
I do it at home with longsword. I usually keep it all centered, like my left foot stays
Yeah.
planted.
Yeah.
Like I don't step forward.
The disadvantage of not moving, so the question is, do we go back to center and instead of stepping forward, can we step back? So in other words, here's my strike, and then here's my strike. Can I do this and step backwards? And you can, because what you're doing is you're clearing a path for your blade, right? The only disadvantage to it is that sometimes all you're doing is this and that. You're only exercising on one side of your body. Okay, that's the disadvantage of that. You're clearing that path, and that's fine. But you're eliminating a lot of functional, what's it called? Mobility that you should be
Yeah, I
practicing.
try to flip my sides when I do it.
Yeah.
I mainly like it
Yeah.
because I feel like I'm just stepping out.
Yeah, yeah.
I can strike and then
Yeah.
completely move away. I just couldn't remember if that
Yeah.
was you had.
So the question was, when we're throwing these strikes, and we're moving forward and then back again and then forward. What we're doing initially is we're taking that angle of attack, we're moving forward to get and clear a path for the blade. Okay, so let me have that axe again. If we were doing this with a long sword, it'd be the same thing. Here I am, 1, 2, right? 3. Or we could go this way and this way, still clearing a path. And some of the guys are just pivoting on that, and that's fine. But like I said, the only disadvantage to that is you're only working one side. You want to be able to not just do this, and if you do, then make sure you're also doing it with this side, okay? But the whole idea of the footwork is you're clearing a path for that blade, because if I go this way and then I go this way, sometimes you're going to run into your armor with either your pommel of your sword, your axe, your haft. So you want to just try to clear, and it's actually more natural for your body to do it that way. You get twisted up, you're not going to be able to react as quickly physically if you're twisted up. Okay, if you teach yourself that these are my paths, this is my natural movements, you're just going to flow, okay? And you're not even going to question it. So remember the X pattern, remember where they are, remember where you pivot, and you'll always be comfortable on your feet. But you got to do it a lot, guys. You can't just do it once a month. It's got to be embedded, right? Any questions so far?
My polearm has a blade only on one side. The profile is with a blade only one side. So if I'm beating here, then I'm afraid that this wouldn't count as a point.
It may not. Yeah, it may not. But you still got his attention, right?
Yeah, I still.
Boom. Yeah. If we're here and you throw that shot here and you strike me even with a back end that's not a blade, boom. You got me reacting to that, right? So then you can go ahead and reposition. In fact, you're in an advantage point right now. You're in a spot where you want to be, right? So don't worry about whether or not your blade is two-sided or not. It's really more a mental thing. If I go around, if he comes in here and he throws a strike on this side, and I come here and boom, okay, and that my footwork allows me to get to the back side, it won't count because it's not a blade. But guess what? I can spin right back around and hit him because he's got to turn around. He's got to recoup. All right. Somebody had a question about crossover steps. We don't really like the crossover because you can get pushed and knocked down. Now, I will sometimes, come on up, I will throw a crossover this way. Now what that position gives me is, if I can't move that way, I'm already in a position to go ahead and come back the other way, okay?
So how did you unfold that?
By just crossing over here and then just turning. Now sometimes you don't have to turn all the way. I can come here, I can just go bam, and then come right back. So you're getting his attention. You make him react to you, right? But I don't like to do those crossover. It's not a good idea, especially if you've got an aggressive fighter or a bigger fighter who's going to want to push you around. Keep your feet nice and low, good and steady, okay? All right, so what we're going to do next is he's going to throw a shot to the right side, okay, right here, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to block and counter. So when blocking and counter, he throws that shot, I'm going to block, okay? Now where's my best shot here? I can go all the way around, but if he goes, if this is a dead block, go ahead and do it. I just bounce him off of me, he could be coming around with another shot, right there. So what I want to do is I want to do this, and then I want to move the hell out of the way, okay? Don't want to stay there. He throws that shot, boom, and then I throw this shot, coming back. Or he throws that shot, sorry. So he throws that shot, then this is that other one that we do here. Do it again, I'm sorry. We do this parry, boom, and then I'm gonna move the other direction, because if I throw this shot or he throws that shot and I throw this parry and I come this way, he's gonna react. So I want that way by parrying right here. He's got to react. By the time he reacts, I already got a shot in. Okay, you got to move. That's the whole thing about this, is you got to move. This is not a static type of fighting, even though it's what we've watched for a long time. Guys, great big guys with great big old weapons. One shot wonders, right? Yeah, so polearm is going to change, guys. Polearm is a lot more exciting and dynamic than people think. But we've got to get out there and fight that way, right? So that's one, is he throws that angle. Now if I'm holding it, now see, that's parallel. See what I mean by parallel? His weapon is on the same side. The blade is on the same side. Now this is not. We're opposites. Okay, now he throws that same shot on opposite. I'm going to go towards the blade. I don't want to go away from the blade. I don't want to go this way. He's going to come right back after that bounce. Okay? And again, that's a dead block. All a dead block does is allows him to get his weapon out of the way, retract it, and come right back to you. If I block this, boom, he's going to come right back. Right? I want to glance it and go towards him. He comes in, I'm right here. I want to go towards him. Okay, and I've used the power and the energy of his blade and the haft to get me right here. Now I can, boom, and I'm blocking, and again, moving out of the way, because if he turns around, I'm out of the way. I struck him, he's turning around as I'm striking, I'm already out of sight. Okay, so block and counter. If I'm parallel, this is always harder. He strikes on that side, I'm moving. Okay, get the hell out of the way. If I'm opposite, I'm moving. Okay, let's try those. It's all about block. That block means that you, boom, stopped it on its track. Okay, what you want to do, who's striking? You're striking? So what you want to do is you want to glance away. Go ahead and throw the shot. Throw a shot. See, I'm already on my way to strike him, whether it's boom, and then boom. Okay?
When you're connecting your right foot forward?
Yeah, so when I'm moving towards you, I'm allowing you to actually help me get my weapon closer or faster towards you. Okay? Do that again. There you go. You feel that energy? Oh, yeah. Yeah. So a dead block just boom, just stops you on your track. A glancing blow helps you to move, keep on moving.
Still blocking.
Or if I'm going down, I go boom, boom.
Less important in this drill than the direction.
I see that again. Who's striking? You're striking?
He's blocking.
Oh, he's blocking. Okay. 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 So what you did right there, what we're doing are glancing blocks. So when he strikes through me, that's a dead block. And what do we mean by dead block is if he blocks this weapon, and then I'm just coming right back with it. But what you want to do is you want to glance off of it. He strikes, you're moving, and that power. Go ahead and hit fairly hard. See, now it's helping me actually move towards him on the other position. So you don't want to be here in front. You want to be moving towards him. Okay? There you go. There you go. And take your weapon when you're blocking. Allow that weapon to drop so that it will go around for you. There you go.
Okay, so go ahead and, yeah, repeat.
Yeah, well, your position right now is you're not close enough. So when he strikes, if I hit here, I'm not going to be able to do it. But he strikes and I meet him, then I can step out as I'm striking.
So it would be
there you go. There you go. Okay.
closer than it feels like way closer.
I know.
Like when you're watching it.
Yeah. Okay, don't meet him on the strike. Don't meet him on the strike. Like if I meet him here, I'm too far away. If he strikes, no, strike towards my head. He strikes, I want to be moving towards that. Boom, see?
So duck into it.
Yeah, go into it. Yeah, see your weapon right here. You're stepping them. You need to get out here. See this, because his energy is going this way. That allows me to get past him.
So not here. Like that. Point down, step and pass, right? Yeah. So I'm going to be striking offside. You're going to be doing point down. So block to this side.
There you go. There you go. But you want to meet him with right there.
Right here? Okay.
Yeah.
And then you're going to be stepping with your left leg towards
him. There you go.
And then there's your strike.
Yeah. And see how close your butt end is? Like when he comes in and you do that, and you're here, boom, boom. That'll just,
yeah.
He's not thinking right now. He's like, what the hell happened? Meanwhile, you're setting up for another shot. Okay. There you go. And then just keep on going that direction. Yeah, and then striking him while you're moving. Move. That's it. Yeah. Don't be afraid to go towards the light. Do some reaction time kind of deal. When I say go, you're gonna throw a three strike combination, and I don't want them to be the same every time you do it. Okay, so you gotta switch it around. First, let's go ahead and go through the 1 through 12s so they can remind you of all your angles of attack. Ready? Here's 1, 2, 3 horizontal, 4 horizontal, 5 downward, 6, 7 switch, 8 switch, 9 switch upward, 10 switch upward, 11 over the top, 12 butt. Okay? All right, now put a 3 strike combination for me. Ready? Go! All right, a little bit faster. Come on, he's right in front of you. He's gonna nab you. Ready? Go! That's it. There you go. Again. Ready? Go! That's it. Switch around. Doesn't have to be one side to the other side to the other side. It could be all on one side. Just high, low. Bring it together. Ready? Go! Okay. On guard. Pick a guard. Pick a guard. He's going to be right in front of you. Ready? Ready? Go! Okay. This time we do a 5-shot combination. Ready? Go! 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Now remember, you gotta block in between. Block in between. Okay? Visualize what's in front of you. That guy's not just going to be standing there. He's going to be throwing stuff at you too. So visualize. Ready? Go! There you go. Good. Good. One more. Ready? Go! All right. Okay, Lionel, let's go ahead and check our flexibility on our shoulders again. Ready? From the time we started the day. Put it on top of your head. Right here like this. Raise it off your head and then bring it down. There you go. Better? Back and forth, nice and slow. Okay, keep your left down, bring your right hand up, over and to the back. Over and to the front. Keep your right down, bring your left up, over to the back. Over and to the back. Again to the other side, over to the back. Over to the back. How's that feel? Better? Switch, twist. Your pole right here. Don't let it roll off. Put your hand over your head. Come on, get down low. There you go, hang in there. Sit with me a while. All right. You guys have any questions? Eduardo has my number. You guys can text me. I'll be more than happy to try to answer any questions or help you guys out on your workouts. And hopefully we can do this again. Bring some people over, invite friends and family. All right. Thank you, guys.
Stop back.
All right, good job, guys. Okay, before we go into the drills, let's just go real quickly on guards, which is your stances, fighting stances. There's not a whole lot of them that we use in polearm. Okay, like you'll see some of them in the Myers. Those are kind of useless to us because we're trying to get there fast. We're trying to move as quick as we can and not get hit. So some of the most common on guard or ready stances are going to be this one right here. You'll see guys do this. Okay, this is what they call a vertical or a over. Okay, right here. Okay, there's a point up. With this here, you can block, you can strike. Okay, you can still do that. You're still here. Okay, some of the guys do really well with that. They're hard to get in there because they're constantly blocking, and this is where you will have to use a lot of your parries and evasions to get in there. Okay, because a lot of times you're not going to get a strike until his weapon is down and towards you, and that's your opportunity. Okay, because they're just too fast coming straight. They're coming straight down with these. Boom. Right to the head, boom, to the body, block, boom, block, boom. Okay, so they're very quick. And usually the guys will do that, have a very, very light blade. You can't do it with a heavy blade. You're not gonna be able to recover fast enough. So if you plan on doing that vertical overhand strike or a stance like this, you need to have a light blade, okay? Another one is the middle. Right here, okay? Some guys are just kind of not really pointing straight at them at a slight angle. This one right here, okay? And this works really well because you can manipulate this blade side to side, and you can go upright if you have to. You can even go down if you have to, but kind of come right back. Okay, so that's your middle, okay? And then you have a side, which is right here, which is what I do because it just feels comfortable. It makes me relax to just hold it right here. Okay, from here you can strike this way, upward, downward. You can block, okay? That would be the side. And some guys will actually do a rear, like this, okay? This is an odd one, but you gotta be really, really good at this and you gotta be very comfortable with this to use this. Because this one here, yeah, you can strike, boom, you can strike, you can block, but can't do a lot on this side. But some guys will because they'll strike here and then they'll flip it back around. But you can't be a big guy when you do this because you're really throwing this thing around. And you can't be a small guy because it takes a lot of energy to throw those. So a lot of these guys will fight this way. All the strikes are going to come from this side. That's fine. If you like that, it's just too much for me. So I prefer your side, your middle, or your over. Okay? But it's up to you guys. Do whatever you want.